Zelf, round 3. Wowee's going to come in here in just a minute. Okay, I love it. There's so many things I still want to hit on and talk about that's like big brain stuff. So while we're waiting on him, he had to take his dog out real quick, do a couple things, getting set up. Okay, so I love you guys. Zelf, round 3. I know it. It's so fun. Okay. Yes. So the more and more I think about this, but okay, with in-game economy stuff, tiers, this and that, prices of things. Okay, let me keep emphasizing until the actual use case comes out of these items, pets. Okay, profession 10 level quests will utilize the pets. We're going to throw parties when we've been waiting for this, utilizing the pets and green egg hatching. Okay, when that actually comes, that's when I personally think tiers might just continue to go nuts. But until then, there's not much liquidity for tiers. Okay, so you could dollar cost average and buy a little bit if you want. What a lot of people said they're doing is they're selling their tiers and buying heroes, okay, to grow their army, which that's really the value there is in the heroes that, build your army and make the tiers. So until that happens, you never know. There's lots of whales out there that have huge wallets with tiers, okay, and that could really, like, one guy could come in and dump the price of tiers drastically, if they wanted to. So just be mindful of that. Okay. And Wowee is here. He's in the house, baby.
Hey, what's good?
Okay. So, dude, I haven't seen your stream yet last night. I'm so pumped.
Oh, it was a trip. We had Maddie Pesk on, and we were going back and forth over how we felt about each ability, and we went down some rabbit holes for sure.
Oh, did you guys have some good debates in there?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, honestly, we agreed for the most part on almost everything. But we had some people stop in. We had Workhorse pop in and answer some quick questions for us. I
can't wait to watch that on Twitch.
It was a delight, really.
Okay, dude, that is awesome. Yeah, Maddie Pesk, man, it's so fun. All these guys. I even sent an invite to Effects. Now, wait a second. Are you? Isn't Boxside Chats going live tonight? Are you going to be on with them again?
I think they are going live tonight, but no, I'm not slotted as their guest today.
Okay, cool. No, I bet I love listening to them talk about all this too. So fun. Okay, so what do you think? The priest, OMG, seems O to the M to the G.
I could not agree more.
Oh.
I thought so. My personal opinions, playing video games for a long time, I've never really been a healer type person. I'm more of a damage dealer or a tank kind of guy. So I thought that this would be underwhelming, right?
Okay.
I could not have been more wrong. At the very end of the stream, I even said congratulations to everyone who's ever rolled a priest subclass.
I love it. Okay, so what are the chances of some of the OP stuff getting nerfed or other?
Fairly high. Because there's a lot, right? Okay. The further down you go, the more ridiculous it gets.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit more here, and just so we can kind of see a little bit. And might be hard if you're on your phone, but so the blessing is going to be the one to use, looks like, but all of them are good.
Oh yeah, so I could talk about it real quick. I mean, there's a reason why we got a double S already in just the one cost, right? And it is the secondary effect after the heal, right? What have I been saying this entire time? Bring a cleanse. And what does the priest get for almost basically free right off the bat? A cleanse. And it's got a heal attached to it too. It's crazy good.
Ooh. Wow. Okay, and so one thing I noticed right off the bat here is that it's got, of course, wisdom, intelligence, wisdom, vitality there. Wisdom, intelligence, vitality, wisdom, intelligence, wisdom, vitality, So having, first of all, those priest gardeners, wow. Okay. And here's wisdom, vitality, intelligence, wisdom, intelligence.
Yeah, you're going to see the same thing all the way down. It's wisdom, intelligence, and then sometimes vitality.
Yeah. Wisdom, intelligence, and especially wisdom.
Okay, oh yeah.
But this one too, intelligence. Okay. Wisdom, intelligence, and vitality. Yep. And HP. Yeah. So there is not one single other stat besides primarily wisdom and then secondarily intelligence and third vitality all the way down. And talk about this blessing at the bottom that Brown Gent, the pure or the subclass main class priest combo.
Yep, the pure class capstone ability.
Oh my gosh. So I'm guessing right off the bat, you didn't make it an SSSSSSSS is because the priests are often not the first or second necessarily to die.
Right. So here's the deal with this one. It gains and loses value depending on the situation. And you know how I like to use that word situational.
Yes.
Right. And if you've got to do too much work to get value out of your ability, then it loses rating. It doesn't matter how good it is. If I only ever get to use it 1 out of 100 times, it's not good.
Right.
So for this kind of a deal, right? So you got your capstone ability. Upon death, heal all living allies for some ridiculous modifier, right? We can almost guarantee this is going to full heal, maybe almost everyone else on the team, right? So it's like a little soft reset button if you kill my priest. So here's the problem with it. If your priest gets targeted and dies first and no one else has taken damage, are you getting any value from that?
Okay. But isn't that super unlikely for no damage to anybody else?
So it is super unlikely. So this is what I was talking about last time when I was talking about the knight with that which ability was it? It was like live to serve, where all status effects go to that knight. It's more of a psychological taunt than a mechanical taunt. So if you've got a priest on the other team and you know that they have this and it's gonna happen, you're going to kill that first because you know you can get rid of the value, right? As the enemy team, you know you can get rid of the value of that move if you don't deal damage to anybody else, right? So the fact that you have to play this intelligently and it's not just, it happens and it's incredible and amazing all the time, that's the reason why it's not a triple S ability. It's still good by all means. It's still good.
It's still the bomb.
Right. It's still the bomb, but I think it's the weakest one we've had so far.
It's not, also doesn't come into play if he's the last one alive.
Right. Yeah. If he's the last one alive, who's getting healed?
Right. Nobody's getting healed.
So if he's the first one dead or the last one alive, you don't get the value.
Well, if he's the first one dead and there's damage to the other.
True. But that's still if, right?
Okay. Now, are there any kind of combos where you guys were talking about like a tanky type priest, possibly like a version? Are there any of those or no?
100% there is.
Oh,
I got stoked. All right. So when you watch, if you guys go to Twitch, it's twitch.tv/OXWowee. But if you go back and you watch that, it took a while. It took a while to get there because Matty Peskin and I like to gab about this stuff. We theorycraft a lot. But it takes us a long time to get down there. But as soon as we get towards the 10 cost abilities, we start going nuts for cross-class options. It's big. It's real big.
Okay, so wait. Repeat that again. Say what?
So there's a lot of options for cross-class play. Okay, so if you've got a priest for a subclass, yeah.
Okay.
In the 10 costs alone, which I call the ultimates in there.
Yeah.
The blue ones.
Okay, holy.
Oh no, the ones just below that. The 10 plus are the pink, and we got the ultimates that are 10 cost. So those would be underneath the 10 plus.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, these ones right here. So if you scroll up just a little tiny bit.
Scroll up?
Yeah, just a little tiny bit. So On the bottom of your screen there, you've got something called War Priest.
Okay. Ooh.
Go ahead and check that out.
So you gain X% effective HP, gain X% of effective EVA, which is that like
that's evasion.
Evasion, okay. Reduce magical damage taken by X, reduce effective agility by X in combat. Okay.
This is a passive ability that is active all the time.
Oh.
You just get more HP, you get more evasion, you reduce magic damage taken at the cost of being slower.
Okay, but isn't evasion have something to do with the agility speed?
I think that's what this is trying to say as a trade-off. So they want to make sure that it's just a reduction in speed, not like true evasion.
Okay.
Also, that hasn't been confirmed yet. We really don't know.
Yeah.
So wow. If you've got a knight priest, for example, right? You're like, oh no, I got a knight priest. This subclass does not match the profession. It doesn't match the growth stats. Well, guess what? They got an ability that matches in PvP. That's exactly what the knight wants.
Dude, that is dope. So a priest subclass with a knight, or something, you squeak that in there. But again, you can only get this if you did like the holy light, maybe.
What do you mean?
Or do the holy combo type? Is that how that is with this class too? To get when you're up here in these realms, don't you have to have yeah, you have to see how this is in B, it's holy?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have to have one? I'll zoom in.
Oh, so not for these ones. The 10 pluses are the ones where you have to have a prerequisite. Okay. The 10s are just the ultimates, and if you've got the points, you can spend them.
Okay. And again, these don't really come into play until you're like at level 20 with that hero.
Right. But okay. I think on a subclass where you get 15 points to spend, you'll be able to unlock one of these at least in the very bottom tier.
Okay. Wow. And so wait, what is Crypto Baby H saying? Everyone live right now on Grady with Workhorse. Okay. No, Crypto Baby H. This is Wowee.
Oh my gosh, I wish I was Workhorse. That guy's so cool.
Oh man. Workhorse. Okay. Okay. This is Wowee, who I think Workhorse needs to consider hiring, baby. Big brains right here. I love this. I was like double checking. Did I say Workhorse on accident? Somewhere. Okay. Yes. Okay. No, all good. All good. All good. Yeah, just as good, Crypto Baby H said. That's right. I agree. I love it. Born to Die 007. Okay. So let's say I've got a warrior with a priest in the subclass. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got to be at like level 20, right? If I want to come down here and use this holy wrath, or I guess what was it? Here, I got to zoom back out.
Oh, the war priest.
Oh yeah, the war priest. Right, I'm probably using that bad boy only when he's like at level 20.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be higher level for sure. Which, I mean, in my own personal opinion, I believe they're going to raise the level cap as soon as PvP comes out.
Right. Yes. So that's basically literally what he said. Once PvP comes out, they are going to raise it. I don't know when exactly, like if it's right when it comes out or maybe right after it comes out. But so just so I understand, okay, let's say I have a warrior or something or a knight and I have them at level 20. Would I only be able to use 1 10 ability on, for him. And then I could use just one more 10 skill if the priest is a subclass.
Okay, so it's not entirely confirmed yet.
Okay.
But the way that I'm interpreting it is you have to have in your regular class, you have to have everything unlocked through the tree, right? So in order to get to the 10 costs, you have to have a choice made out of the 1 cost, 2 cost, 3 cost, 4 cost, and 5 cost at least.
Oh.
And I think the same is going to apply for the subclass as well.
Okay. So once you use the one, that counts as 1.
Right.
And then when you use 2, it counts as 2 more. So you're at 3.
Right.
So you got to be at least at level 3 to use the 2.
Yeah, so this is how many skill points you get. So yeah, at level 1 you can pick any of these, but at level 2 you don't have enough points to buy your next ability.
Right.
You'll get the next ability at level 3. And then you'll get the next one at level 6.
At level 6, then you can use one here.
Right. And then at level 10 you'll get a 4 cost, and level 15 you'll get a 5 cost.
5 cost. Okay, so then if my subclass, like if that's the case for a knight, for example, and then my subclass is a priest, I've already eaten up 15 of my levels, skill points.
Right.
Then I won't be able to use one of these 10s until you're at level 25 then.
Right. So I think that's why they're going to have to release or at least uncap the level cap at where it's at right now. Probably push it to somewhere like 30 or 50 just to, I'm not sure if they're going to release all 100 levels. If they do, that'll be awesome.
Talk about Spam Pot Central.
Yeah, right. The race to 100 is going to be real.
OMG. So tiers, all those. So my mind goes right to the consequences of that happening, which is Swift Thistle, Milkweed, Spider Fruit, Tears, Gold, and Darkweed is gonna go bonkers.
Oh yeah. I actually wanted to ask you about the LP pools because I was listening to your strategy the other day, and I wanted to make sure I was set up correctly.
Okay.
And I know DFK Helper is a really good tool to use for auto LP.
Yes. But the only problem with Helper, and I think they're working on it, it'll come, is that you cannot auto LP with gold. But that's okay because what it does is it sells half your items into Crystal, I think, or Jewel, one of those two. And then it creates the LP for you, which is fine because you're selling, it's almost like a take profit too, in a sense, because you're always selling half your items into the Jewel or Crystal.
Have you had a chance to see the updated sheet today? Because I was talking to Zealous earlier, and he was trying out the LP pools, and you can choose between the region power token, Jewel, and Gold.
Oh, baby! So he updated that.
He might have to add it to your sheet, but yeah, it's exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah, it is. So it would then sell it into gold.
Yeah, so I've got the option here where like it has LP logic and currency to where it can sell half, right? And then it'll do the other half as either Jewel, Gold, or whatever the power token is. If you're on Sarendale, it's Jade. If you're on Crystalvale, it'll be Crystal.
Wow.
I don't know if you've got it active yet, so I would just hit up Zealous and just be like,
okay,
can I get that LP update?
I see. See, I'm not utilizing anything anyway, so I don't even like to bother them until I'm like ready to do it, and then I'm just gonna do it.
Gotcha.
It's like all or nothing kind of guy. So when I'm ready to do it, but I think it's just a matter of time because it'll auto claim your garden rewards too and compound or do all kinds of stuff. It's just,
it's crazy good.
Okay. So, any other LP questions though?
Oh yeah. So is the best way to do it is to do is the LP with gold? Because I know you were saying there was a triple path of some kind.
See, I don't know if I recommend auto selling into gold. I mean, I'm super bullish on gold. Like, so don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I am so bullish on all the items in this game. Mind-blowingly bullish. Like, I can't even explain.
Right.
As long as profession 10 level quests are good and worth it, and the pets are good, you know, which I can't imagine it not being good, then we don't really have enough tiers to hatch all the eggs.
Oh yeah.
So I'm so bullish on tiers and gold, because to hatch all the eggs, this is another thing. If you were going to take a minute to come on, there's one thing I was going to hit on, and it was to hatch. Okay, I've had, you know, some different people, you know, throw some curveballs at me with the whole egg hatching. And so that one guy, I'm trying to even, who I forgot who it was, even a good, you know, good one, good community guy. He's got 1,000 eggs. Okay. And he's saved up all the tiers. So he's got a zillion tiers. He must have 200,000 tiers. Okay. Sitting out there, sitting in his wallet. And okay. So he's got the eggs and he's got the tiers, but he doesn't have the crystal, and he doesn't want to put more money in the game. Right. So to hatch, you know, he was considering, like, he's debating whether or not to hatch Boon or Grace. Boon costs 50 crystal and 5,000 gold. Grace costs 10 crystal and 500 gold. So, and I'm still saying, okay, out of your 1,000 eggs, think about that for a second. Just on average with the numbers, if you go hatch all 1,000 eggs and you use Grace, you're going to end up with 10 mythics. You're going to end up with let's see, 40 legendaries. Okay, so, but if he hatches Boon, he's going to end up with 10 extra mythics, 10 full extra mythic pets on average. Okay, if, you know, if he just hits the average, he'll end up with 20 mythic pets instead of 10. And then he'll end up with 60 legendary pets instead of 40. And he'll end up with 200 rare pets instead of 150 rare pets. So 50 extra rare pets, 20 extra legendary pets, and 10 extra mythic pets. And so if you think about that for a second, even at the value that the pets are now, where there's no use case, it's purely speculation right now. Okay, pure speculation right now. He's still, you know, the difference in crystal that he'll spend versus the price of all of that, and the price of the tiers are so expensive. He more than makes his money back if he was just going to sell every single pet, for example. And so if he just waits a day to hatch and then looks at the tavern after all this is happening, after the profession 10 level quests are happening, and after everything's going on, he's going to look at the price of the tiers, and then look at the price of the gold that's pumping, and then look at the price of the pets that are just like thinning out. There won't be any more available. And, you know, who knows what the mythic floor is going to go to when there's actual real in-game demand for the pets. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, just wait a day and then you'll see. And then you'll see all those tiers getting bought up. And the tiers, just to hatch the eggs, holy smokes, there's just not even close to the number of tiers needed. So he's probably going to be highly tempted to start selling off some of his tiers that he has saved up this whole time. Okay. And, you know, maybe not hatch as many eggs. He could start selling off his tiers and his gold, and then into crystal. Okay. And then buy some crystal that may also be pumping because of it. So my mind is just blown with all of this. Yeah, and then like you said, once PvP comes out, holy smokes, all the potions, the stamina potions, the mana potions, the health potions, the agility potions.
Yeah, no, for real. I think we do got to be careful about one thing though, because if we got the level 10 profession quest coming out, that means we're probably going to have level 20 profession quests and then level 30 profession quests, probably not too far behind that.
Yeah.
Especially if the level cap gets unlocked, and I feel like it's going to pump a lot more supply. So in the short medium term, I definitely think you're 100% right. I think in the long term, we're going to find that those potions are actually going to become really common.
Yeah, I mean they're going to have to be, but so the value of the heroes are also going to go up because they're the ones questing, and the value of bots and things, they're the ones questing and getting the items. Okay, so like what a lot of people are doing, Christian Peter, he's selling all his tiers, like Brown Gent selling his tiers and buying heroes with it. Okay, so that because they're the ones that make the tiers.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Summoning your heroes. So all of that. Okay, then you've got more heroes, and it only takes 3 to 4 weeks to get to a profession stat level 10. Okay, so then what do we need? More pets. And then that just more egg hatching. Okay, and then when stamina pots go, so I think it's going to take a long time for that to flush out in the market. I mean, I'm talking a minimum of a year of all of this shaking out before the price of tiers and stuff start crashing back down because you're right, we're going to get more tiers from profession 10 level quests, and then as we can imagine profession 20 level quests, but that'll be a little while before that. It's going to take time. All this stuff takes time to come out. And then we got PvE, coming, and land, and then we'll have to be building land and using our pets to craft items, all the crafting. That's going to be more items, more tiers, more gold. Okay. And so as this ecosystem continues to thrive like this, the word will spread. The word will spread. Okay. Because it will be very beneficial also for Jewel and Crystal and Jade, because to hatch the eggs, we're going to want, that helps burn those items. It's also bullish for Jewel to get the power-ups in game. So if the game is good, it's awesome. And also with gold, I'm so bullish on, because nobody's profession 10 level questing, like minimum of that. I like to see the numbers. I know the numbers are out there. Okay. So no boon. Well, the floor heroes now, the floor of heroes are going to keep going up. Okay.
Is that just because people are sweeping the floor and they're selling their tiers and just buying one more floor hero?
And you just keep buying the heroes.
Dang, that's a good idea.
So I think that's a good play, because it's kind of like you're making the shovel instead of like buying the gold. But here's what's going to happen. Okay, you're going to want to be questing your heroes profession 10, right?
Yeah.
We want to quest all of our heroes maximum level 10, and because the drop rates of the tiers are much, much better in all the items. So it's going to be more profitable to quest there. So, and how beneficial do you think, the pets, they're going to make them worthwhile to attach to your heroes in quest level 10?
Yeah.
So we're going to want the pets. There's no way around it. You cannot get around it.
Yeah, no, you're completely right.
You can't get around it. And so there's not enough tiers just to hatch the eggs.
Yeah, and I was hearing something going around recently that the pet won't be as profitable until like a hero reaches a certain level or stat.
Yeah. So Hubert Okay, did you? Sorry.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Yeah, Hubert said if you have like a level 1 hero and you haven't leveled him up, but you've leveled it, his profession stat will level, And then on a common pet, it might not bring in enough bonus items to feed the pet on a low leveled hero. But once that hero gets leveled up and he's questing better, so like in my case, like as a 10 commandment rule, I always level all my heroes as fast as possible. So I'm always leveling all my heroes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Even the common pets, I think will be beneficial, but that's another point. We don't want the common pets, 1-star common pets. We're not going to be wanting those, right? We're going to want the better rarity pets, which is all the more reason why. Okay, you can just do the math yourself. If you've got 100 eggs, if you got 10 eggs, 100 eggs, 1,000 eggs, okay, especially, if you have all those eggs and then you're doing grace, you're going to have twice as many. You're going to have almost twice as many common pets, man. So,
yeah. I mean, they gave us the Dark Summoner for pets too, didn't they?
What's that?
Yeah, so if you go to the Hatcher,
okay,
you can trade in your 1-star pets and get another egg.
Oh, yes, I knew that. You can, but that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Look at the price of the pets. Like if I want to buy a pet, the floor is at 20 crystal. Okay. So you don't want to burn 2 pets just to get 1 egg, because you can buy the 1 egg for less than 20 crystal.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So sell, if you don't want these, sell it, dump it for 18, or something. Just dump it low, cheap, and it'll sell fast. Okay, because you see all these, the floor, I bet if you put one up for 19, it'll sell fast. So instead of burning 2 pets, which is worth 40 crystal right now, you could sell it. You could basically get 2 eggs per 2 pets instead of 1.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And to hop onto the tail end of that, the common pet won't be profitable on a level 1. I actually think that it's going to be very valuable, right? So it's not going to get enough in ingredients to feed itself, right? So you're going to have to support it for a while. But due to the experience bonus,
you got it.
How many profession quests do I run until I've already made up for what a stamina pot would have been?
That's right. You got it. So it's worth it.
It's worth it no matter what.
It's worth it. And I know for all my heroes, it will be well worth. But here's the problem. Like with green eggs, for example, there's 50 or 60,000 gardeners who are profession 10 level ready right now as we speak. And I think that number might even be more like 70,000 gardeners that are ready for profession. So there's a demand for 70,000 pets is what I'm saying. But there's only 38,000 green eggs.
Oh man, can I put my pets in LP? That'd be great.
Well, okay. So there's only 30,000 green eggs, but a right now, as we speak, demand. So if they come, let's say they go live today and they say, hey, big update. We're launching profession 10 level quests and green egg hatching. Okay. And then we find out that profession 10 level quest is good, right? And we realize that we get more tiers, drop rates, and all this and that. And then when we throw a pet on there, it's even better. Okay. We can actually use our pets now. Okay. And we're like, oh, so there's 50,000, 60,000 heroes that need a pet, but there's only 38,000 green eggs. What's going to happen?
I can only imagine.
I can only imagine.
Like yeah, the floor of this is going right up to 200.
I know. Right? So then what's that mean? We're going to have to hatch the eggs. Okay? Now, and we don't want the common pets. We really just don't want the common pets, but it's still going to be worth, I agree, using a common pet. I want rares, legendaries, and mythics. And I'll even take an uncommon, especially because the uncommon gets you 2 stars. A lot of times, you got a much higher chance to get like a 2-star, foraging bonus or a fishing bonus on an uncommon than you do from a common, right? So that's a significant difference in XP boost from the items and the common itself. The uncommon, you get a rarity boost for the pet when questing for your hero.
Cool.
Oh baby, oh baby. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
I've been bullish on pets for a long time. Ever since they said that they're going to have more than one like use case, I was like instantly these things are I feel we're going to find ourselves back at the 75 jewel for an egg level.
Yes. Even 200. Remember when it was $200?
Oh my god.
An egg for $500. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I had 2 heroes at the time, and I managed to pull an egg on like month 3. Oh god, I finally made it.
Yeah. And see, I think that Hubert, because everyone over the past several weeks, even before we brought up the tiers stuff, even before I was talking about it heavily like I am now, a lot of people were bringing this to Hubert and both on Discord and in the AMAs. And Hubert made it clear that they're not going to change any drop rates for tiers for egg hatching or summoning, but he will increase the drop rates for tiers and profession 10 level questing and what with these pet bonuses. Okay, so that's going to be the access to get tons of tiers. So yes, it will help flow in more tiers into the ecosystem, but it's still okay, and more eggs. So I'm also super bullish on eggs. Okay, because there's currently not even close to the amount that we need, but as we continue to level our heroes and stuff, you start getting more eggs. Okay, it's just okay, and you get more tiers and runes and all that stuff, and which makes me really bullish on Mashka runes also, because the number of heroes now that the influx hitting into the upper levels is when we need the Mashka runes, and that's coming.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna get another level of rune above that to go from 20 to 30.
So then that'll come. Okay, but that I think is still a little bit ways off. Okay, so in the short term, okay, even if there's just a massive amount of tier drop increase for Profession 10, which I think there will be, lots more tiers coming. Okay, but to even get to where we can do that, we want to have a good pet, and we want good heroes in their questing, and then they'll level up faster. Like you said, it's like a stamina potion kind of.
Yeah, it'll be like a little teeny tiny extra. I mean, if you've got a mythic, right, and that mythic bonus is applied, the XP bonus is going to be even greater. There may even be like a stamina pot and a half worth of XP in a mythic pet every single time you do a quest. It's exponential growth. It's super good.
Yeah, it's like a 90% boost for a mythic pet.
If it's 90% XP boost, that's almost double. That's like running 2 quests.
Yeah, it is. Plus, that's not counting the triple star questing bonus.
Yep, that's not even counting the additional stuff you get.
Which then you get more stuff, which means you get more XP. More eggs, more stuff.
Gosh, this is going to be good.
I'm like ecstatic. I'm just absolutely ecstatic.
I'm still fishing for my first mythic pet.
Yeah. And so every time we hatch the eggs, those tiers are burned out of existence. So I'm telling you, just to hatch all of the existing eggs right now in existence, okay, counting the yellow eggs, gray, blue, and gold, there are not enough tiers even close, because I think out of the 16 million tiers in existence, a ton of those are in La La Land on Harmony 1.0. So,
yeah.
Okay. Whereas I don't think there's a ton of eggs out there in La La Land. I mean, for sure there's some, but not a ton. I got all my eggs here more recently when my heroes get more jacked and leveled. I wasn't getting hardly any eggs back then, but I was getting lots of tiers because we had a 5x larger tier drop rate back then than we do now.
If only we had the foresight.
So it's going to take a lot of profession 10 level questing to make up just to hatch the number of eggs we have now. Okay. It's going to take a ton of questing to make up for just hatching all the eggs we have now.
Oh, yeah. Say they double the teardrop rate on Profession 10 quest.
Yeah.
That's still a decrease from what we had in the beginning.
That's right. That's right. And with an awesome pet, it might triple the teardrop rate. Okay. And maybe I'm not sure there's going to be a power up for tiers, but a lot of people keep saying that. I haven't heard them say that, but maybe let's just say you could possibly get with a mythic pet, super leveled up hero, and with a power up with tiers, maybe you can even get a 4x your drop of tiers. But guess what? We still don't have enough eggs to satisfy the demand right now for all the heroes. Like, and I mean by like tens of thousands short of, okay. So right now in existence, we have about 65,000 fishing and foraging pets total. But I think there's about 150,000 heroes that are ready right now to quest profession 10 level. Right now. Ready to go. Especially, in 3 weeks when profession 10 comes out, or 2 weeks, hopefully even. Okay, but
oh my gosh.
Okay, so then we got to basically replace all the eggs that we're about to hatch and do it all over again. Okay, then for all the new heroes that are summoned and stuff, because the value of heroes keep coming up. Okay, we're going to then need a whole nother set of eggs again, like to replace the currently existing eggs that we have, just to catch up with the demand. And then you're right. At some point, that's going to balance out more. But to get to that point is going to be...
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be an insane journey. For sure.
My mind is blown.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, we're not even talking about stones. So I got a bunch of stones because the price of stones are up so much because of the value of the tiers and stuff. Mainly because it costs, like, for each stone, it costs basically a minimum of 60 tiers per stone, even a lesser chaos stone. They're all 50 tiers, but then you got to have like a health vial that costs 10 tiers or whatever to do the stone, a little health vial. So like all the stones, I think, are at least 55 or 60 tiers. Okay, so what that means is a lot of people aren't going to be using stones, and I get it, but we're still going to want the stones also. So, okay. And then all the potions and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot coming. The demand is going to skyrocket. The supply is super low. And I think as soon as PvP comes out and the teams actually got something to market and keep people involved and going, we might be seeing an influx of a ton of new players adding to the economy here.
That's right. That's the key. So people are going to hear about an ecosystem that's booming in game, for one. And then once the PvP comes out, the real product comes out, time to really start catering to new players coming in, because but it's already happening. So Crypto Baby H. Okay, how many people right now? I think she said yesterday, all of a sudden, she needs 38 mentors. All of a sudden, there's 38 people wanting to learn how to play the game.
Wow.
Just after our stream last night. Was it last night or 2 nights ago, I guess?
Yeah, great job.
Last night, yeah. My brain. So it's so crazy. It's so crazy. What I can't even wrap my mind around it. Now, again, we're still in speculation world.
Right.
Okay. I'm just saying when these things actually come out. So yes, maybe it's not a bad idea to dollar cost average and buy some tiers, especially if you're going to need them, and you want to play the game. But just keep in mind that there's a lot of people out there, like my buddy that I was just talking about, forgot his name. Okay. He has at least 200,000 tiers. Now, literally, there's not enough liquidity to even buy much more than 100,000 tiers. And right now, if you go buy 100,000 tiers, okay, you just can't. Otherwise, basically, that would take the tier price up to $50 per tier, or something.
Oh, that's all I got to do?
Yeah, but the same goes the other way, the opposite way. You could dump it down to a tiny fraction of a penny with 100,000, selling 100,000. Okay, so that means if you go buy right now, someone could dump on your head. Okay, but when that's why it totally makes sense to sell your tiers and buy heroes and get them quested, and because they make you more tiers. That strategy makes sense that people were talking about. I'm just holding all of my items. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing too. And for people who just want to hold on to their items, the LP is the place to go.
You got it. And I think it is brilliant. So now it does make sense to, if you're selling half of all your items into Jewel or Crystal, that does make sense. But the thing is with that, then, in that moment, you're going to look at that Jewel and Crystal and be like, man, I could put those in the gardens.
100%.
So then what do you do?
Hardcore look at yourself and make a decision.
You want to hold gold. Like, I'm super bullish on gold, like mega bullish on gold. But would I rather be selling half my item into gold or into Jewel? I would have to say I'd still rather have the Jewel, right? It's kind of like a profit taking.
Yeah. Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. So that's a tough thing. So, but I love that auto liquidity from Helper.
It's super cool.
But I wouldn't know what to do with that. You know it?
Maybe what it takes the guesswork out, right?
Yeah. Maybe what you could do is do Jewel for a few days and then switch it to gold for a few days. So where it auto sells it into Jewel for a few days, and then it auto sells it into gold and creates the LP for a few days, and then you switch it back to Jewel or Crystal. Even like, I'm super bullish on Crystal and Jade too, because especially Crystal right now, because it's cheaper, and so whichever token is cheaper is where we're just going to go hatch all our eggs,
right?
So, but then that's going to pump that token up. So in my mind,
that's kind of what we want, right? We want Jade and Crystal to be fighting each other
the
whole time,
right? And plus all the people summoning. Okay, like the video I was just on with Rock, he's like, I want to go and buy an army, and I'm saying summon an army because it's cheaper to summon right now. So no, but he'll still need to buy some heroes along the way too. So
right,
or buying an army. Okay, it's also super bullish for the jeweler, because all this money, all that crystal and jewel, all the crystal for summoning, and jade for summoning and hatching eggs is going to go 30 or 15% of that gets sold into jewel and goes into the jeweler. 5% of the crystal and jade gets burned, and it used to be 1%. Now it's 5%. And then the rest goes to other things, like I think garden rewards and stuff like that, and also
the quest reward pool.
Yeah, and the devs get like 17%, but they might have even lowered their own fee, like 15% even to the devs. I don't know that for sure, but they did take some of that out of their own pocket, because they raised to benefit the jeweler, and they raised the burning ratio for jade and crystal. They raised that up. So now it's 5%. It used to be 1%. They 5x'd it from what it used to be on the burning rate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then 50% of all the dual crystal and jade is burned. So I'm more bullish by far on jewel, but I'm super bullish in the short term, especially on crystal and jade, both.
Yeah, I mean, I think where we're going to see our largest influxes, obviously, is in Jewel. But I believe as Jewel rises, so are our power tokens.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what we're using in game. The Jewel also for the power-ups. And with this use of all this stuff is just so good for the jeweler, man. The jewelers. When that egg hatching event comes, I mean, during the summoning event, our jewelers were popping. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was like, and then as soon as the summoning event ends, of course, for both realms, then the jeweler was like, eh. I mean, it's still pretty good, actually. Still not bad.
Huh. Yeah, and when you're saying egg hatching event, I'm thinking back to last Easter,
Yeah.
right? When we had the increased drop rate, which, I mean, there ain't no reason why they wouldn't do it again, right?
We're gonna need it. Yeah, we'll
And I
do
think
it.
we're going to need it. And I think it's going to coincide exactly with right after Q1, where PvP is set to launch.
Baby.
This is getting interesting.
Big brains there. That's right. PvP time. So we're gonna, and then when PvP comes, goodness gracious, we're gonna want those combat pets. We want the good pets. It's the good pets. We don't want a bunch of common pets. So any which way I can reduce the common pets is money in your pocket.
Right.
So I cannot emphasize enough. Just do the math. Sit there. You got the math. Like it just tells you right here. When you look at the hatcher, you come to incubate. Oh, I got an egg ready to hatch. Okay. You come to incubate. Because I got a bunch of stones, I've been holding off on hatching because I've been using up all the tiers for stone. Okay. But look at this. Okay. So in Grace, this is everybody's debate. Grace versus Boon. I mean, definitely don't want to do favor. Okay.
Yeah, no way.
No way, Jose. You are just, and this egg that I have in here, by the way, I accidentally did favor.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jackamach did the same thing. It was funny. Okay. So let's just look at Gaia's Grace and Gaia's Boon. It's a 1% chance for a mythic, a 4% chance for a legendary, a 15% chance for a rare, and a 30% chance for an uncommon, a 50% chance for a common. Half your pet. You hatch 100 eggs, you're going to have 50 commons. Okay, just on like in this case with 1,000 eggs, you're going to have 500 freaking common pets that are just I mean, they're still good. You still want them. There's still value. Okay, any which way I can minimize that and maximize down here. Okay, and just doing the math. Okay, you've got 10 extra mythics and 1,000 because that's a real world example right now. A guy has 1,000 eggs. Okay, and 200,000 tiers, but he doesn't have enough crystal. That's his problem. Okay, so
and what a world to live in.
The amount of crystal you still got to, the amount of tiers you got to spend, the value of that, you're almost just like better off selling those tiers and then maybe buying the pets if you don't want to do Boon, because look, your reduction for 1,000 pet hatch, you go from 500 common pets to 360 common pets. Okay. The value there, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's insane because you get the chance to get your 2 stars on uncommons.
Right.
And you're going to match that.
Right. You're going to get way more, just even on the uncommon side of things. You're going to have 360 uncommons also. Okay, in the Boon. But 360 commons instead of 500 commons. Okay, now you're going to have way more uncommons. What's the difference in there?
Right.
Okay, 300 versus 360. The biggest thing here is just you're going to have 500 commons versus 360 commons.
Which, I mean, what's the floor on a 2-star profession bonus, right?
Yeah.
I think it's 50.
Buy pets. Well, or we'll just look at the floor for uncommon versus common. And if you just do the math, And we're talking right now. There's no use case for these pets right now.
Right. Yeah. This is all speculative.
When all the demand comes, what do you think is going to happen to the price of all the pets? When there's literally not going to be enough pets, period, in existence to even come close to touching with a 10-foot pole, the demand and the need that we'll have for the pets alone. Like, I could literally see that first day or two that this little spot right here gets bought up. All the pets get bought up. And then you'll have guys throwing in the pets for astronomically high prices.
Oh, 100%. I mean, what happens with the miner boon, right? Whenever there's a summoning event or whenever we got another launch, the miner price just absolutely skyrockets, right? So there's probably going to be some whale wallets out there that got 10,000 heroes, 15,000 heroes all running at the same time, and they're going to want the bonus for each and every one of them.
Yes. So I mean, look, so just the floor right there is 11 crystal more right off the bat.
And just for a 1-star uncommon.
1-star, right? So here's your first 2-star, but sometimes you'll get with uncommon a 2-star questing bonus. Where are those at? I mean, fairly commonly, I'll hit a 2-star questing bonus. Those are obviously valuable. Here's the floor of that, 65.
Yeah, geez. So you're telling, well, there's your crystal spend right there, right?
Yeah, right.
So you boon for 50. You got your 200 tiers. You got your egg, right? Those things you should have been able to quest for, right? I'd say you probably get 200 tiers for every egg, maybe. But
right, I do barely. My tiers barely keep up with my eggs, but generally speaking, they do.
Right. So, like, right there, the floor is cost.
Uh-huh.
But you've got a chance to get something even better.
Yeah. So then look at the rare floor. Now we're talking, and this is like doubled in a month, I think.
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay. We can't even use these things yet.
Yeah.
When we can actually use them and need them and want them.
Yeah, geez, a month ago, a rare like this would have been 20 crystal, 17 crystal.
Yeah. So his point is, and I think maybe what is, if I'm behind on the chat here, I'm way behind, but Crypto Baby H. So what he was saying is like, man, dude, it's going to cost me 50,000 crystal to hatch 1,000 eggs in Boon. But if you do that little by little, okay, you'll be able to sell off the pets if you need to right away. The demand for pets for those, but I think he wants to keep the pets. So that's his dilemma. His dilemma is, I want to keep all the pets that I'm hatching because I need them he needs 1,000 pets, and I'm with him. Like, I do too. Like at least that many, and I don't have near enough. Right. So I'm just going to have to like deal with it. Okay. Now we got legendaries have not. So this guy is cheap.
Yeah. And that's like the lowest amount of legendary stars you can get, right? Is 3.
I think so. But then as soon as he's bought up, you got 490. Now that price is up. Hey, check out that Hydra. See, I think we definitely will see these legendary pets to the moon. Like,
oh yeah, easy.
Because whereas mythics too, but mythics are already so much more expensive than these. Whereas like, okay, I still get a bomb questing bonus with this right here, so that's like a great pet still to quest with a good hero versus getting a mythic that's just like, when I checked last night, it was at 3,200 crystal.
Oh wow,
3,200 is the floor now. So what, like a month ago, Brown Gent was buying these at 1,200 crystal, and it was triple star.
Wow.
Crazy. This is not a bad one though, because it's got the triple questing and combat. That's actually for the floor mythic. That's pretty good.
I know you're making me consider it here.
I know it, right? So for all the more reason, if you actually want to keep the pets, like I'm talking to the guy with 1,000 eggs to hatch and he doesn't have enough crystal. Okay. Even if you want to keep them, well, the questing outcome that you're going to receive, you're going to have 140 fewer common pets questing with your heroes. So just think of all the added benefit to what you're going to get in game. You're going to be getting all those tiers. So I actually think, and again, this is me speculating, but I could easily see tiers go up past 10 cents on up to 20 cents, especially when PvP comes. Okay. And we're burning through those potions. Like when we're able to quest on up to level 30 and everybody's stampotting and doing combat and hatching pets and doing potions for combat, and it's just going to be
it's going to be a lot all at once. Everyone's going to be drinking from a fire hose.
It is going to just be bonkers. So there's nothing in my life that I've ever been more bullish on. Now, does that mean right now go buy up a bunch of stuff? No, because again, like what I said earlier, there's not enough liquidity to buy a bunch, for one. We need more liquidity. Maybe not a bad idea to buy a little bit, but I also like the idea of just buying, heroes instead that get you the stuff. Any of these, there's not a bad option. Or just sell everything when all this happens and put it all into Jewel, and keep 15 heroes, 5 sets of combat heroes, and then wait for everything to come down. Maybe that's not a bad idea. I think all of these different strategies are winners with a bullish ecosystem. It's like bullish everything. Bullish heroes, bullish pets, bullish gold, bullish tiers. But goodness gracious, man, I could literally honestly see, okay, when combat comes out, the tiers, okay, just when the egg hatching comes out, the tiers are going to be so deflationary. There's going to be so much more tiers being burned than being minted. Okay, just to hatch all the eggs. Then when combat comes out, all the tiers and items that are going to be burned out of existence. When we use those, like when I craft a stone, when I craft these things or a potion, those items get burned out of existence. Baby. Okay. So the reason why all of that came out, the reason why we just shared all of that is because if I've got a priest in my subclass and I want to use War Priest, I'm not going to be able to, we don't think we'll be able to use this. Like we probably won't use this, I should say, until like level 25, right?
At least.
Yeah,
at the very least.
But even this, like super OP, you get a cleanse.
Yeah, no.
Use that right away.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've changed my tune from bring a cleanse to bring a priest.
I love it.
Yeah, there's a ton of utility coming from this class. Like I said earlier, I thought I was going to be underwhelmed by it just because I've always been underwhelmed by, the priest and the standard healer. But this is interesting.
Okay. So, and these are good too. This Holy Light and Prayer of Clarity.
Oh yeah, they're going to be great. So the Prayer of Clarity and Cleansing Gift, right? They both have a heal and they both have a secondary use, right? One of them gives you debuff resistance to 2 very powerful debuffs, Fear and Silence, right?
Yes.
And then on top of that, well, not on top of that, next to that, you've got Cleansing Gift, which gives you a cleanse, which is super great, right?
Yeah.
And then the Holy Light, the one in the middle, all it does is heal, right? It's not bad because that's most likely going to have a higher heal modifier than the other two.
I see. So once the modifier comes out, this spell, is that what that is, do you think?
So X times spell is the spellcaster's basic attack equivalent. So none of their stuff goes off of a basic attack. Priests do not basic attack. They've got a spell attack modifier.
Oh, where did you get that?
Well, it's just right here. I took this right from the document.
It's in the Medium article. Okay.
Yeah, right from the Medium article, right from the document, and this is the assumption we can make, right?
Wow.
Nothing has basic attack on it. It's X times spell, which leads me to believe that when you do a basic attack with a priest, you're going to be doing a spell attack rather than bopping them with your staff.
Okay, so it won't be based off strength.
Right.
Like that. It'll be based off more wisdom and intelligence.
Probably, yeah, your priest isn't going to do a teeny tiny bit of damage.
Wow. So what so it's really looking like, especially for a priest, strength, no, not going to be super beneficial.
Yeah, no strength, no dex.
No agility.
Agility can help.
Okay.
I definitely won't say agility won't help because, say, you're posed higher up in the turn order than your enemy's big damage dealer. Now I've got a chance to heal my party before they get to go, right? So it has varying speed uses.
So that does matter because, the speed of moving for your that first move. Oh, dang it. We still got to do Fight Club.
Oh yeah. I still have not brought that up.
Be like a kid in a candy store once I open that up. Okay.
I'm super excited.
I'm like addicted to Fight Club more than anyone else in the game. I'm almost positive I'm by far the number one Fight Clubber.
Oh, geez, man. Are you sure you want to show it to me? Because I might be the second.
Well, hey, bring it. Oh, yeah. I want to show it to you. It's so bullish for just the whole ecosystem. Oh, I love this. Okay. I can't wait to show you Fight Club. Okay. I'm like, that just lit me up there a little bit. Okay. So this will just heal better. So let's say the heal modifier is a lot better. You might raise this to like an S, and these could come down possibly based off like when we get that alpha.
Okay, yeah. So my rating is based off of use case, right? What's most useful most of the time, right?
Yeah.
In this scenario, right? This A rating in the middle here for Holy Light, by no means does that mean it's bad. It's very good already. But the reason why the other two get a higher rating is because not only do they heal, they do something else, which is more useful more of the time.
Right. So it just seems like the cleansing gift is going to be the way to go.
Oh, yeah, especially if you don't have a cleanse on your team.
Yeah. But let's say the heal is just the X factor there. The X and the heal is a lot more.
Right. Yeah, no, so that's what that's going to be. Is it's just going to be it's going to be a bigger heal, probably really inexpensive as well.
Okay. Dude, dope. I'm loving the priest, man.
Yeah, and that's just from the first bracket. That's crazy.
I know it. I'm loving every single hero, though. That's the thing. So wait until we start seeing these advanced classes and then elite classes. We're going to be like, it's so amazing. Every hero. I think every hero is amazing.
Oh, yeah. You've got a good game when every single person feels like everybody's overpowered.
I know. That's when and then trying to piece it together because we can only use 3 heroes at a time that we know of, right? And then it'll go to 9 maybe eventually, but for now it's just 3.
Yep. For now, it's just build your best team of 3.
Yeah, because it's going to be some hard decisions we got to make because all of the heroes are just so dope. So but you're like, just think of a berserker with a priest with those two OP.
That's actually exactly what we went over in the stream. I was going nuts over it. I was like, oh my gosh, 3 berserkers and one of them has a priest subclass. That's all you're going to need.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah, somebody actually in the Primetime Guild speculation channel, which is up for everybody, by the way. I haven't told, I don't think I've publicly stated this, but in the Primetime Guild Discord, there's a speculation channel that is specifically where people can come and ask questions about or send their ideas to me or show me a hero, and I'll break it down why I think it's good or what's the use case. And Justice Beaver from the Mythic Squad last night gave me a Berserker Priest to go through and build for him. And it was a ton of fun. And I go in there, I break it down exactly. I even give him a starter build that I think would work out really well. So if you can, give that a shot. Here, I'll go ahead and send an invite link to the PTG Discord.
Yeah, do it. Okay. I love it. Go ahead. Yeah, have at it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and post it in chat right here.
I think. Yeah. Okay. That is so cool, man. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's for everybody too. Like anyone can come in and ask any kind of question, and I'll give you my best guess at what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. So Larry, the only problem is we don't have enough pets. So I agree that especially the legendary hero floor is undervalued. So heroes, I'm super bullish on. But the pets, we just don't have enough of them. And we won't, I don't think, for a while. It's going to take a while, a long time for all this demand to shake out. And the better, more fun the game is, the more crazy it's going to be.
Oh, yeah. And the more people are going to come in.
Yeah. Then the more people are going to come in. But I can already tell you, like, I'm addicted to Fight Club. Okay. Just because I've found a combination of a team, I just cannot lose.
Perfect. That's exactly what you want to do as soon as PvP comes out. That's the goal right there.
Hundreds and hundreds of matches, and I can like do it in my sleep, and I never, ever, ever lose. Ever. Middle heavyweight or light heavyweight, baby. I can't lose. And it's like I always want to challenge. The more and my ELO score just keeps going and going and going. Even though it's less than 1 per match now, it's like I'll get 0 3 times in a row, and then I'll get 1 point on my ELO. But if I lose, it's like -40. But it's like it doesn't even matter. My ELO score just keeps going and going and going. It's so fun. So just imagine when this comes out, like this is on a whole different level.
Oh yeah.
And playing all that Fight Club has really helped me wrap my mind around from a broader perspective of so much.
Yeah, no, Fight Club, I've seen a little bit of it, and it legitimately looks like it's exactly what the ecosystem needs to get ready.
That's right. Okay. So now in these level 2 here, whatever.
Oh yeah, these 2 costs,
skill point 2 cost. We got some good stuff.
Yeah, so they're effectively all the same thing, right? Each one of them is, while in combat, you get increased intelligence, increased wisdom, or increased HP. Just a nice little flat bonus.
And it looks like sticking with the blessing column here.
Oh yeah. All right. So just as an FYI, blessing is broken. It is fantastic. There's no bad blessing move.
Wow.
I believe blessing has the highest average rating across the board.
Okay. Dang. So that's cool.
Yeah, in these 2 costs, so I'll break down the ratings real quick. There's a reason why I gave intelligence a B versus wisdom versus HP, right? And it all comes down to, again, what's most useful most of the time, right? Yeah. So if you choose the intelligence one, you're like, say you've got a warrior that rolled a priest subclass, right? That extra intelligence is not going to help. That extra intelligence isn't going to do anything, especially because it's only while in combat, and that extra int isn't going to give you more mana when the fight starts. Okay. So it's going to be just wasted on your melee only or your physical only DPS units.
Like your Berserker.
Right. Like your Berserker, your Warrior, even your Knight. Right. Yeah. There's a couple. I think there's one thing in there that scales off of intelligence. So this might be good for it. But why go for that when you can go for Wisdom? Or, right. Yeah. Your Warrior doesn't. Right. Yeah. Your Warrior doesn't need Wisdom, but it has a secondary use. It is the magic defense stat.
Yeah. Right.
Right. So it's more useful more of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. In more cases, it's more useful than what you would get from intelligence. Like, yeah, you've got some classes that would definitely love the intelligence boost.
Sure.
But so half the classes can't even use it.
That will be OP for some classes.
Yeah. Right. So it's just more useful for them some of the time.
Like a sage priest,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. So that's why I gave Wisdom a little bit of a higher score. And then on top of that, the effective HP increase in combat, I give that an S rating. Everyone can use that all the time. Nobody will ever lose value from choosing that ability over the other two.
It's always beneficial no matter what.
Right. So that one gets the higher one.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
All right. So the 3 costs, these are really fun, right? So in the 3 costs, we have 3 heals, right? Who would have thought? Priest is healing. So we got Prayer of Might, heal target hero for Wisdom and Int with a spell mod, right? With a secondary effect of target ally gains effective strength equal to Int modifier for X rounds.
Okay.
This is going to be really, really, really good, say, on your Priest or even on your Berserker that's got a Priest subclass, and they give themselves a real quick heal, and for the next round, they just get bonus strength. They just get bonus strength. This is really good to have on someone who's already got a high int mod and actually heal someone else that could utilize that strength mod a lot more.
Yeah. So it'll be dope with a Berserker, Dark Knight, Dread Knight, Warrior.
Yeah, anyone who gets right up in your face and does physical damage, this is the exact spell you want to be using for them. So this is when, not that you pick for yourself, but for what kind of team you're using.
Yeah, right.
So moving on,
right?
We've got, so what's that?
Yeah. Keep going.
Okay, so moving on, we got heal instantly, all party members for X% of their max HP. This is fantastic. This isn't a intelligence mod. It's not a wisdom mod. It is whatever percent of their HP they get healed for. So if this turns out to be 15% and your knight has 1,000 health and your wizard has 100 health, right? The knight's getting healed for 150. The wizard's getting healed for 15. Either way, it's 15% of the total HP pool. And AoE heals is always good, no matter what. That's always a great one to have.
Yeah. So you said 15%, or is that?
That's just a guess. If it is 15%, it's really good. Even if it's 10%, it's really good.
Really good. Okay. Wow. And then this one is straight dope again.
Yeah, blessing. Oh, this tree is just so good. So we got Freedom, heal target hero again for your Wisdom and Intelligence mod. Or no, this is Wisdom Vitality. So this is another good one to get on your knight. That's pumped Vitality super hard.
Yeah.
Right. Remove all negative status effects from target. That's another cleanse. But on top of that, it's actually got a third use case ability on it, which is target becomes unstoppable for X rounds. And unstoppable means no negative status effects can affect this target. So you remove all the status effects and you become unable to be affected by debuffs. It's crazy good.
Wow. So we're all like, okay, we weren't expecting a priest to be so dope, but now it's like it's what's so cool is it's like forcing us to really have to consider a priest.
Yeah, no. So this is what I was talking about, like that psychological
Yeah.
Taunt. It makes you need to target. Like the priest has so much utility that it's going to be a target. I need to get rid of that priest. That priest has to be gone. It provides too much benefit for the rest of their team.
Yeah. And so now what it does is because like kind of like you said, I think not too many people when you think in PvP are like, yeah, I want a priest. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so this forces you to be like, I gotta get a damn priest.
Right?
Like, I wonder. Oh man.
Yeah, and like I said, congratulations to everyone who rolled a priest in your subclass.
Uh-huh.
You're getting a heal. No matter what, you're gonna have warriors that are gonna be out there healing.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be so great. And this one scales off vitality.
Yeah, dude.
Rather than intelligence. So this heal is actually going to do more for your tankier classes than the other ones would.
Okay, is it their vitality or the priest's vitality?
The user's vitality. So whatever you are casting.
Okay,
That's
got it. I see.
Yeah.
And in your mind, it's all about the subclass.
Yeah, it's all about so like I said, it's what's more useful over a wider net.
Yeah, because I'm primarily thinking main class priests, but a lot of times when you're talking about this, you're in your mind, it's like subclass with a, your dark.
It's the combos you can make.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So what is the top 2 skill sets to have for the archer and for the knight and for the Zerk, would you say?
The top 2 skill sets? Do you mean like the combo type where we've got prayer, holy, and blessing?
Oh,
I'm not 100% sure what you mean by skill set.
Yeah, it's got to be the blessing is the first, and then you would say probably, was it prayer?
Yeah, we got prayer, holy, and blessing.
Yeah,
and these are the combo types,
right? Or holy, maybe. It's a toss up between holy and prayer for number 2. Would you say?
Yeah. Oh yeah, blessing is so good. So here's the fun thing, right? As we go further down into this list, you'll see that it's all about what kind of use do you want to get out of your priest? Do you want them to be a supportive unit that can put barriers on and take debuffs off? Do you want it to be a straight solo healer where I want to undo all of the damage that the enemy's trying to do to me? Or do I want to deal damage? Priests deal damage and a good amount with good utility. So it's not in the early levels of the priest, but as the priest gets into higher levels, it starts dealing damage and a lot.
Holy wrath.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Okay, so let's go on to 4. We're getting there. Okay, on to the 4 class here.
Okay, yeah. So the 4 costs, we got Player of Protection, or Prayer of Protection. Target ally gains a shield of holy light equal to X% of the target's max HP. So what that means is you're going to get like a bonus portion to your health bar, right? So say you've got 100 HP, you're going to get whatever percent X is. We'll say it's 20%, right? You're going to get a nice little shield health bar for 20 additional health points that does not count towards your maximum health. So when they hit you, they hit the shield first, and they've got to deal all the shield's worth of damage before you take any damage to your HP.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is really, really, really nice.
Yeah, dang.
Especially because it scales with your HP, with the target's HP. So if you put this on a knight, the shield's bigger.
Oh. And he can always put it on himself, too, if he wants.
Yep, 100%. And priests, they're not going to have a little bit of health. Their vitality scaling is what, 60, 50%?
50.
Yeah, it's 50%. They're not going to have a little teeny tiny amount of health.
They're going to be. They have a low hit rate for HP on their max gain.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah, I mean, they tend to be squishier, but nobody is bad with like their mid target is still good for the roll every time you level. Okay. So nobody is bad, but priest is probably the worst when it comes to HP.
Really?
In the game, or maybe the second worst. When they're born, they start out with 100 HP.
Oh, geez.
So does the seer, I think.
I think they'll be scaling into the later levels. Like at level 100, you're going to be seeing some beefy priests.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah. I think the play here is to stack vitality.
Yeah.
Period. With a priest.
Every single priest is real simple. Okay, probably not a bad idea on the first few levels. Okay, and we're just talking PvP priest. I think without question is vitality, wisdom, intelligence.
Yep. That's exactly what I would have said too.
And I don't care. And this is probably what most people have already done. And then at some point, you're going to switch the vitality with wisdom. And you'll just go wisdom, vitality, and intelligence.
Right. You know? I mean, there is such thing as healing too much too, right? Okay. So if I heal my unit and the maximum amount of that heal actually goes over what my target can be healed for, then the remainder of that is just wasted.
It's waste. That's true.
So would you rather have more HP, or would you rather potentially overheal?
Oh, so just stick with vitality, you're saying?
That's not financial advice. Please don't come for me. But that is exactly what I'll be doing with my priests, is just vitality all the way through as the main stat.
Yes, you can put it on yourself if it says target ally. That's right.
Yes. Yeah, it's any of your units.
Mm-hmm. And debuff, Crypto Baby H, if you look at the mechanics and terminology on this, a debuff, like you can get poisoned or be on fire and be burning. A debuff like cleanses you of that, right?
Yeah, so debuffs are any status effect that's negative, right? So it's the opposite of what a buff is. So we were talking earlier in the last one where you get, or target ally gets effective strength equal to X% of intelligence for X rounds. That's a buff, right? That's a strength buff. The opposite would be a debuff. So it would say target ally's strength is reduced by a certain amount for a certain amount of time. That's a strength debuff. So debuffs can be anything that's a status effect or any kind of stat change that's negative or considered negative. And that does include the poisons, that includes burn. There's a ton of debuffs in this game coming out, whether there's bleed, disarm, silence, fear, stun, blind.
Yes. And
there's a ton
laid out here in mechanics and terminology. Backfire.
Yeah, so the mechanics are up top, and then the status effects are down below that.
Yeah. So he he goes through it on this sheet, okay, that's in the description below. And I also posted it on your guild in that, like, I think PvP section in the Unity Guild. Okay. All right. So were we
in the priest section, we're in the forecasts.
Yes.
Okay, so we went over prayer of protection. We got the shield. Now, holy beacon, or what I keep calling holy bacon, because it is delicious. We got another heal target ally for straight wisdom mod. This one does not have an intelligence mod with it. This is straight wisdom heal. Yeah. And then the follow-up is for the next X rounds, each time this priest casts a heal spell, heal this target for X% of that value healed.
Dang.
So this is a buff heal over time. Dang. So this means I can heal any target I want right now. It could be me. It could be one of my other 2 units. And then every round after that, for X amount of rounds, every time I heal anybody, they're getting healed for a portion of that.
Wow. Yeah, that seems... I'm surprised he didn't S that bad boy.
It's dead. All right, so this is the bottom rating it's going to be. I'm going to change my rating based off of what the X's are going to be.
Oh, right. You know, and one thing I was just about to say a minute ago, I'm surprised there's not anything with endurance in here, right?
Yeah, that is a little strange. I don't think you get anything at any point for endurance for a
Right.
priest.
And
Not at any point.
That's his third best stat.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of interesting, but I think they just gave some survivability to the priest because they know that with all of this, it's going to be a target.
Yeah, and endurance and all the stats still will matter in game, right? I mean,
oh, 100%.
That will affect things, but
yeah, endurance is going to be physical damage reduction, where wisdom is going to be magical damage reduction.
So, would you say endurance is one of those stats that's good for everybody too?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Kind of like
good for
everybody, even agility, good for everybody.
Yeah, everything is good for everybody, but obviously you've got certain stats that aren't useful for certain classes.
Right. So especially in this case, strength and dexterity do not
nothing. Yep, not one thing scales with strength and dexterity.
Beneficial even in game, hardly, it seems like. Maybe at some of these. Whereas endurance will benefit a priest, agility will benefit a priest, luck will benefit a priest a lot more than strength and dexterity.
Right. Especially because, I mean, I've been saying this for a while. I think luck is going to contribute to the critical hit rate, and heals can crit.
Yes. So luck is good for everybody. For everybody.
For everybody. And for everything. Not just PvP, but also for questing.
Right. For questing too. So luck is a good one. And we know vitality is just good for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But especially in this case, it's hella good for a priest.
Oh yeah, priests are scaling really nice with vitality. If you go full blessing and you didn't pump any intelligence whatsoever, and you just pumped all vitality, so you're just super beefy with HP, and you got a lot of wisdom, so you're taking reduced magic damage, this thing's going to heal a ton. And you're going to get a ton of utility out of it as well.
Yeah, all these guys, you're exactly right. None of these have intelligence in them.
Mm-hmm.
In the blessing. Oh, baby, that's because I also do a lot of my gardeners. You know, it's vitality.
Yep.
Luck.
Yeah. So your gardener priests are going to be beefy.
Beefy. Wow.
So what's up, beef?
Sure. And then you get more green eggs too and stuff.
Yep. You just get more. You just get more for less. Who can say no to that, right?
Oh my gosh, I love you, Wowee. Where's my life? I'm gonna help you somehow create this. Help you create a, get on the builders program with this tool.
Oh yeah. I forgot about the builders program.
I need to do it myself still.
A DFK sponsorship would be pretty dang cool.
Yeah, and where you can use this, and it's where they can apply some S-Joule and utilize this.
Oh yeah, that's right. For the small membership cost.
Tools, and that way these devs can make money. Okay.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. So filling out our forecasts, we've got swiftness. And here we go. Blessing. Crazy. You know what I've been saying about blessing? Yeah. Heal target hero for wisdom vitality scaling, right?
Uh-huh.
And the kicker, your target gains agility equal to your vitality mod for X rounds. So you increase their speed by how much you've pumped vitality.
Dang.
So you could just make someone go first next round if your vitality is high enough.
And you could have your big ass paladin out there who's slow and make him fast now.
Yeah, 100%. Like if you've got someone who really needs to get ahead of somebody, you could just burn this ability and put them right at the front of the turn order while also healing them.
Yeah, dude. Beautiful.
I rated this an S because there's so much strategy that can come out of it because you're manipulating turn order to your advantage, right? This is what kind of along the lines of what I would want speed to be.
Yeah.
So speed I rated really low because it costs a turn and the math doesn't work out for turn economy afterwards. The math works out for this one.
Dang. Okay, onward.
All right, so the 5 costs. In prayer, we've got Divine Barrier. All allies gain a shield of holy light equal to X% of target's max HP. So this one is where it gets insane. You target your tank, literally anything with this target's max HP, you target whoever has the most HP. Period, end of story. You're going to target your tank on this one. If you've got a knight in the front line who's got, 50% more HP than everybody else, you target him. Because all allies gain a shield based off of his HP, not their own HP, whoever you target's HP.
Okay. So you want to be targeting the guy with the most HP.
Right. And this is just pure good. Everybody gets a shield off of this.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yep, pure good. Pure good. And you can use it at the very beginning of the fight too, right? So at the very beginning, you got no one to heal. Nothing to do. You got no one to heal. What am I going to do? I'm going to basic attack? No. I'm going to prepare. I'm going to give everyone a gigantic shield. I'm going to double the effective HP of my low health wizard.
Wow.
Yeah, this is fantastic. It deserves the double S I gave it.
Yeah.
So moving on to Holy, we got Holy Wrath, which is the beginning of one of my favorite combos in this game so far.
Okay.
Deal damage equal to your spell modifier plus your intelligence modifier to target enemy. Combo. If you cast a holy spell last round, Holy Wrath has an X% increased chance to crit. Holy crap for Holy Wrath. So any of the holy spells previously, we're talking Holy Beacon, we're talking Holy Circle, we're talking Holy Light, right? The little tiny heal from the very beginning. You cast that, this thing deals more damage or has a chance to crit. It just has a chance to crit harder. So you go back and forth, right? You do a tiny heal, then you have a higher percent chance to crit next round. Then you heal everybody, then you have a higher percent chance to crit again. It's crazy. What a tempo move this is. You're always doing something good, right? So moving on past that, and it's got a range of 3. Might I add. It's got a range of 3, so it can hit everybody.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's big. So moving on to our last blessing for a while. Okay. Because they know it's so good. This is the last one for a while. So then we got full heal. Heal target ally for 100% of the target's missing HP. Become exhausted. This is just a reset button. This is just a reset. Oh my God, catastrophe. I'm about to die. Gosh. Hit the reset button.
They could be like on the verge of death with one tiny little amount of HP left. Goodness.
And just undo it. It's so good.
That's almost like a resurrection.
Almost. Yeah, it's just about. It's a 100% HP reset button. Start over.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I love the priest.
Yeah.
And I never, ever in a million years would have guessed that I would love a priest.
Right?
Right?
I felt the exact same way. I never thought I'd get excited over this ability tree. But that's all it is. It's just excitement, right? And it gets even better. It gets even better.
Well, let's go.
All right. So we got the 10 pluses, right? We got the 10 pluses. We got Holy Light Plus, which is the exact same thing as the 1 cost, right? So this is actually really expensive. This is a 9 cost 10 plus. So the way that the 10 pluses work is whatever the original ability was.
Okay.
This upgrade costs a total of 10 between the cost of the original ability and this upgrade. So up at the very top, you've got Holy Light, which is just a 1 cost. But this 10 plus makes the upgrade cost 9.
Okay, right. Got it.
And
unless you've used all holies down this whole row. And then cost 5?
No. This makes it. This only goes based off of the ability name.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to have unlocked the previous ability in order to unlock this.
And then it's 9, but if we went holy,
yeah, no, that at least I don't
make it cheaper. Okay.
I don't think I've heard that.
Okay.
Or I can't confirm it at least.
Okay.
But this is the exact same thing as the original one, but this is just going to have a higher modifier on it. So it's probably going to be just as cheap to use as the one cost one.
Heal.
But it just heals harder. So it's just plain better. I gave it the same rating, gave it an A.
Yeah.
Because that's all it does, right? It's probably it's really good, but that's all it does for now. We got Holy Circle, right? This is this actually got a negative addition to it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's heal instantly. All party members for X% of their max HP become exhausted.
Okay.
This had a negative put on it, which makes me think that X% is gigantic.
It's going to be fatty.
Yeah, that's going to be 35 to 50%.
Dang.
Of whatever the HP is, right? It's percentage.
And so then when you're exhausted, he won't get to use a skill or an ability in the next round.
Right.
And then, so will he still be able to do a basic attack or no?
No. So a basic attack costs an action. And so exhausted makes it so you can't use actions.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
That's still great OP.
Holy Wrath Plus. Holy Crap Plus. Here we go. Deal damage equal to intelligence modifier to target enemy. Combo, if you cast a holy spell last round, Holy Wrath has a X% chance to crit and self heals for X% of the damage dealt. Holy crap.
So
is this move good?
You definitely want a holy spell and then use that.
Right, because you're healing every single round in that case. So you use a holy ability that heals, then you use this one that deals damage and heals. And it's got a higher percent chance to crit. So if it crits, it deals more damage, and that percentage of that heals you for more.
Damn.
It's super good.
What does this 3 mean right here?
Oh, it's got a range of 3, so you can target anyone on the enemy team.
Dang.
Yeah, it's great.
Dang.
So moving on, this is Holy Wrath. Like I said, I call it Holy Crap.
Yeah. I love
so we got Prayer of Clarity Plus. Heal target hero for Wisdom times Int. Target ally gains first strike next round. Target ally cannot be feared or silenced for X rounds.
Oh,
this is crazy good. This just makes it so your tank is unstoppable. This makes it so your Sage cannot be stopped.
Dang.
And goes first next round.
Right?
This thing is so good. I'm all over this one. So yeah, this one and the last one definitely deserve their double S. It's incredibly good, incredibly useful all the time, right?
Dang.
So then we got Prayer of Might.
Okay.
This is the same thing as the older one, except this is just going to have like a higher mod, right? So it's a heal for Wisdom and Int. Target ally gains effective strength equal to your intelligence modifier for X rounds. So this is just going to be a higher heal, and it's going to give you more strength. And you can use this on any other character on your team. So give it to your warrior, give it to your Dread Knight, your Dark Knight, your Dragoon, and they're just going to get even beefier.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, man, I think that's bomb when you have it paired with the good guys like a Paladin and a Dark Knight. Look out.
Oh, yeah, big time. Because now they've just become a menace.
Or even a pirate and some of those guys.
Yeah.
Knight Warrior, Monk, even,
100%. All right. So this Holy Wrath thing up here, if you scroll up just a teeny tiny bit.
Yeah.
So I've played games with Paladins before, right? So this combo, if you cast a holy spell last round, right? What's there to stop them from giving a Paladin a holy tree? Right? So this could be cross-class for like a Paladin priest might end up being a crazy good combo.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
now,
sorry.
I'm wondering if yeah, also a monk priest might be an interesting combo.
Right? What's to stop them from adding it? So sorry for tangenting like that.
Oh,
Just
great.
popped into my head. So in the last of the 10 pluses, we got Prayer of Protection, right? Target ally gains a holy shield equal to X% of the target's max HP. It's just like the last one, just like the non-plus version is just going to hit harder, right? It's just going to be a bigger shield.
Okay, right. So it'll be dope.
Right.
Shield,
so
dope.
Now we're going to get into the ultimates, and when I say this is going to be insane, as you can see, the first 3 abilities, triple S, double S, triple S.
Right. And we're talking at least at level 20. This guy has to have a level of 25, which is not even possible at the moment.
Right. This is a minimum of level 25. But by the time you're level 100, you're going to have multiples of these 10s.
Ooh, baby.
It's crazy. All right. Divine Martyr. Our first one. Here we go. Sacrifice this hero. Sacrifice this hero. It dies. Your hero dies. You kill the priest right here. You kill your own priest. However, allied heroes gain several effective buffs to HP, wisdom, intelligence, and vitality equal to X, where X is the percent of remaining hit points relative to the priest's base stat value. Dang. So if you kill your priest while it's got 100% HP, all of those stats are going on your 2 remaining.
Oh, so you might want to just do that right off the bat.
Yep, especially if you have second life.
Oh, man.
Yep, if you've got second life or if you've got to resurrect, yep.
Another hero can resurrect him.
Well, 100%.
Yeah.
So if you've got a way to get your priest back, there's no reason not to use this.
OM to the G.
This thing's just going to turn the rest of your team into final bosses.
Oh, man.
So yeah, we're kicking it off with something incredible already, right?
Dang. Yeah. So Wowee is like a guru. He just if you guys notice listening, Wowee just always knows everything about every stat and every single move. He just knows it because he's so inundated into this world. I have to read this stuff 12 times before it sinks in, and then I'll have to play because it still isn't even sunk in. Whereas he actually knows this through and through, in his being, as if Wowee himself created it or something.
I do want to throw a disclaimer. I do not have any insider information. I just played tens of thousands of hours. I've wasted tens of thousands of hours of my life playing turn-based games like this.
And Wowee, he said in a couple of videos ago, he was like, I'm not good at anything. I suck at everything except this. This is what I'm good at.
Yep, this is the one thing in DFK I'm good at.
Okay, dude, that is just bonkers. For example, if at the moment of sacrifice the priest has X percentage of its remaining HP, then it's X. So you want to do it right off the bat. You're divine martyring.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to do it right off the bat.
Yeah.
For instance, you could do a shield move and then use divine martyr, right? So you can give your buffs out, and then the next round you can go ahead and divine martyr and give all those stats out.
Okay, wait, repeat that one more time.
So say for instance, turn 1, you don't want to divine martyr just yet. You'd like to get some buffs up, right? And I've got a paladin in the first slot that uses a channel ability that everyone has to target him, right? So they've got a taunt going. The priest is going to be safe. I can use my first turn to put a giant shield on everybody. I can use my second turn to put that strength buff on my DPS guy. And then on my third turn, I can martyr and give all of these stats to them.
Oh, man.
It's going to be crazy good.
Oh, my gosh.
It's all about playing intelligently, but this takes out so much of the equation. I only have to play with 2 heroes now instead of 3.
Oh, my gosh. So, dude, he straight up has resurrection.
Yes, prayer of resurrection. This is a transcendent trait just for a class.
Dang.
They just have resurrection, and it seems like it's going to be almost exactly the same as our regular resurrection.
Right.
Resurrect target hero. Hero returns exhausted with X% of max HP.
Yeah. That's literally just resurrection for priest.
Now, this does suffer from the same problems as resurrection, which is if your priest dies first, you don't get any value from it. You can't use resurrect on yourself. Nonetheless, very powerful.
Yeah, nonetheless, dude, that's straight dope.
Right? All right, so moving on. And I just want to point this out. Divine Martyr is not the highest rated ability the priest has.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah. All right, so moving on from resurrection, we got War Priest. We already went over that. It's crazy good. Right? So we're just going to go ahead and review real quick. You just passively, forever, automatically, you gain a percent of effective HP. You get percent of effective evasion. You get reduced magical damage and reduced speed. That's it.
So it does reduce your own speed.
It reduces your own speed, but you get all of these extra benefits. So this is another one of those things where I was talking about the cross-class pick. If you've got a knight that's going to be slow anyway, this has no negative effect on them.
Yeah. Or let's say like a guy like me who's had a priest Fisher, you know, and I was pounding luck and agility in that first 10 levels. And so the agility is pretty good. Okay. And then I could actually take a little hit on agility.
Yeah, 100%.
This other stuff, because I was pounding the vitality. I went luck, agility, vitality.
Yeah.
Now, pounding that vitality. And then he becomes a war priest.
War priest. Well, on the same token, how about a ninja priest?
Oh.
So you got a ninja that's already got good evasion and really high speed, and you're only going to be taking off a little bit of that agility. They're going to be fast. They're going to be hard to hit.
Now you got a tanky and still fast ninja.
Yep. This is what I'm talking about. These combos are going to be insane. And I am so excited for these things.
Yeah. So it seems like each battle will take maybe a little bit.
I'm thinking each battle is probably going to take at least, I don't know, 6-10 minutes.
Yeah. 15 even.
Yeah. You're going to be good. 15 even. Yeah. Depending on like
big jacked heroes.
Yeah, this is made like the priest is made for a stall comp, which is it's a composition of a team that's made to last a really long time. And that's it. You're just waiting your opponent out. You're trying to get them to use all their resources while you just sustain yourself as a presence to kill.
Yeah. Man, and so we have let me introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, to a whole new rating. A new rating class that we have not yet seen, and it's called Wowee.
That is right. This is the first ability that I have given the patented, trademarked Wowee rating for how insanely good this ability is.
Okay, so like best ability yet in the game, you're saying?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Berserker one.
Oh, this I went back and changed the rating from 5 S's to Wowee.
Okay.
But this was the first one I wrote Wowee on.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Deal damage equal to X spell, which is like basic, like the attack for priest, plus intelligence. So this is another thing I was going to say is it's interesting how it keeps intelligence some on consistent through the holy on the holy side of things. Always is just using intelligence. Isn't that interesting? So for your foraging priest, it's great because you've been intelligence that whole time. Oh wait, okay, so this time it's actually spell plus wisdom, but all the other times I thought, okay, interesting. Actually, this one is wisdom and intelligence. Okay. Yeah. All right. Back to Wowee.
Right. So it's not too insane just yet, right? We just know it deals damage and it's intelligent scaling. But the combo.
Oh, it's got a stun.
The combo. If you cast a holy spell last round, stun target, and it's got a range of 3. You can target anybody with this. So
the whole team, you mean, gets
stunned? The whole team. Oh, not the whole team gets stunned. Oh. It's you can target anyone within a range of 3. So it's single target, but you can hit anybody.
It'll hit all 3 potentially.
No, you can only hit 1.
Okay,
but you can hit any out of the 3. You can choose. You can choose which one to stun.
A lot of them, you can't choose which target.
Right. So this is just like This is just like stun from the active list, right? From the traits list. This is just like stun, which had an SSS ranking, right? And all stun did was a basic attack and then stuns, right? This does more. This has a damage scaling move with it. And you get to stun if you used a holy spell in the last round. Now, I hope you remember. So if you scroll up to the 5-cost holy skill, what does it say?
Holy Wrath. Deal damage. Same thing. But then if cast a holy spell last round, Holy Wrath has an X increased chance to crit, which is dope.
So if I use Holy Wrath and then Holy Shock, I get the combo off, I get the stun, then I can go back, I can use Holy Wrath again and get the combo off that, and then go back and use Holy Shock again and get the combo off that. You're just giving yourself pure straight combos the whole time, and you're getting a stun every other turn.
And so you'll need a lot of mana.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is probably going to be super mana hungry. This is 100% like if you've got a priest sage or a priest summoner subclass, you can build a priest to, instead of just being like, the person who heals, you can build a damage dealer.
Oh.
You can build a magic damage dealer out of your priest.
Oh. Wow. So okay, so it goes.
Oh yeah, in the 5 cost.
Yeah. Okay, it's in the 5. So okay, Holy Wrath, and then it goes. Okay, this is the Wowee one.
Yeah.
So Holy Spell. Where's Holy Spell?
No, holy. Anything in the holy tree is a holy spell.
Yep. Just holy move. Oh, I get it now. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, so you could just keep using them back to back. Yeah.
Any holy move.
Holy move.
Oh my goodness. So it's just Holy Tree is broken.
Holy Tree is phenomenal.
Okay. Dude. Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. So moving on from our patented Wowee, the trademarked Wowee rating, it is incredible. It's super crazy.
Okay.
So moving on to the rest of the list, because there's even more twists coming, if you can believe it.
Okay.
So we got next a blessing move, right? And we haven't had one in a while. There were none in the 10+ bracket at all. We got a blessing move, Mercy. Target enemy cannot die this round. All allies cannot die this round. So what this means is you target somebody on the enemy team, they can't die.
Okay.
But all of your units can't die either.
Okay, so you want to target their guy that's like got full health on this, and then target, and none of your allies then can die.
Right. Now, this doesn't say can't take damage. This just says can't die. So you're probably going to get locked at like 1 HP.
Right. Dang. That's Mercy.
Yeah. I've been telling you about this blessing tree, man. These blessing moves are absolutely crazy. And this is the first time they've done this, right? So moving on to the next one,
Okay.
we've got a new tree. We've got a new tree starting in the ultimates. Miracles.
Wow.
We haven't seen these yet. Now we've got 4 new moves that are all a different tree, and they're all insane. We got Miracle of Intervention. Target ally cannot die for X rounds. Nope, he's just going to stick around. Period. End of story.
Might be like 2 rounds, you think?
Even if it's just 2 rounds, that's insane. That's awesome. Incredible.
That's dope.
You are using your turn to give another party member more turns.
Dang.
It's crazy good. And then we move on to Miracle of Faith. Restore X% of the target's max HP per round over X rounds. So at the start of the next round, the target receives a heal for nothing. At the start of the next round, your target receives a heal for nothing. For free. And then moving on, we got Miracle of Benediction. What's that?
Okay, it's a percentage of the max HP.
Right. So this isn't based off of your wisdom modifier, your int modifier. It's just a flat percentage of whatever their health is comes back.
Okay. All right.
So we got Miracle of Benediction. Heal target hero for your wisdom and vitality modifier. Become exhausted. This is just going to be a gigantic heal. That's all this is going to be. This is going to be one of those ones where it's like, oh, my knight, I just used target ally can't die for X rounds on my knight. He's down at 1 HP. This is my reset button for him. I'm going to heal him back up to full.
Oh.
Like this thing is going to be a ton because this become exhausted status has to be a good trade-off. This has to be at least worth 2 turns to use.
Right.
So it's going to be gigantic.
He's almost dead and he'll almost go back to full health maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we've got this next one, the Miracle of Devotion, man. This is my last SSS ranked ability.
Okay.
Yet another. Heal all allies equal to your wisdom and int mod combo. Yeah. If this hero casts 2 miracles this battle, resurrect all dead allies with X% and max HP.
So do they already have to be dead when you had to use 2 miracles first?
Right. So here's what it looks like.
Dead guy.
So here's a potential like high value situation, right?
Right.
My tank died, my damage died. All I've got is my priest left. My priest has a teeny tiny bit of health left, right?
Yeah.
I use Miracle of Intervention. I cast it on myself. Now my priest can't die for, let's say 2 rounds, right? Next round comes around, I can't die, so I cast Miracle of Benediction. I reset not Miracle of Benediction because that exhausts you. You don't want to do that. You restore X% of the target's max HP per round, right? Bam. So now I'm giving myself a heal as soon as the round starts. And now since I've cast 2 miracles, I can bring back both of my allies that have died. And I still can't die because Miracle of Intervention. Until the next one. Is that not insane or what? This is a crazy. This is like it's insane. There's you got to do so much to actually trigger the value for this.
Yeah.
But it's one of those times where it's like the value is so high that it's still like even the use case is still like not low enough to bring the rating down. This is so incredibly good.
Okay.
It's crazy. But then we've got, of course, our pure class, priest,
right?
Capstone ability, life after death, blessing. I don't know if you noticed that, but it's a blessing ability. You know what I've been saying about blessing? Upon death, heal all living allies for wisdom plus int plus vite. And it's a passive, and it goes off automatically. So when you die, you just do a gigantic heal to everybody.
So you want to make sure you die first.
You want to make sure you die either first or that you've got second life. Now, here's a combo, right?
Right.
Here's a combo I can tell you about right now.
Yeah.
My party's about to die, me included. So I use Divine Martyr.
You're right, Divine Martyr. That's
I proc the death, and I get life after death, and it full heals my living allies. And now I've got second life, and I come back.
So we're talking like priest at level 100 is just look out.
Yeah, this is a problem, and it has to be dealt with.
Now, do you think they'll ever give any more possibilities to pick from, or do you think that's it all for all 100 levels?
I think this is going to be it for all 100 levels for a while,
because you got to I mean, it's going to take a lot of leveling to get these combos. We're talking level 30, 40, 50 to get these right combinations in place.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I think in order to get to the 15, the capstone ability here, you've got to be like, I think level 45 or 55 in order to get this.
Man. Yeah, right? To get all these going.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. And then you had to get these combos going, like I was saying, like you're going to have to be level 70, 80.
Dang. Holy, dude.
Like I said, it's holy crap.
So my brain just goes right back to OMG stamina pots, gold, tears, swift thistle, milkweed, darkweed.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic time. And like I've been saying for a long time, we're all early. Dang. We're all early.
And so like Crypto Baby H is saying, oh, OMG, the Waterlopticus Oracle of Miracles. They favor the priest who saved them from hiding in crevices, the only attached to miracle givers, the Squid Oracle.
Oh, the pet.
Yeah, spectrals.
Cool.
That's interesting because I guess it says that on the back of a squid.
Ooh, that might be a use case for rare pets. Is like if this is placed on a priest, it might do more.
Yeah, you think?
That would be really interesting.
So I think that's going to come further down the road. Where they start. I really do think they will start utilizing like specific pets with specific heroes and stuff. I can see all that coming. Okay, but let's real quick. If we look at the Waterlopticus, okay, those are legendaries usually. Okay. Where is that at? Oh, I've got this guy, but I've got a 6-star.
Oh, you passed it. It was right next to your guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this guy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Does it actually say that? And squids build their home on the seafloor, gathering shells, protective material they can find. In rare cases, they may take up residence near a crevice with a flow of mana sweeping out from deep below. After some time, they will gain magical abilities and rise to the surface. Poachers look for these enhanced. I won't even read that. You can probably pronounce that better. Who carry stave-like options to carefully tranquilize them. Once tamed, they follow every command of their owner. So they didn't specifically mention a priest, but spectrals. Okay, so that's one, a squid oracle. What is a spectral again? I'm trying to remember. Are they in this?
I saw the squid oracle up there.
Oh. Octopus squids build their home. Yes, same thing there. They take, same. We're at mana.
Yeah, the enhanced cephalopod.
Cephalopod. That's it. Yeah, they gain magical abilities. Yeah, it's literally the exact same description.
The Warlocktopus and the Squid Oracle. How cool.
Man. Huh. Yeah, Squid Oracle version of... Okay. Got it. That's cool, you guys. Freaking cool.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
This is like the best game. Look at this, 30,000 crystal. This guy's real proud of this weird background here.
I mean, look at that crab. He's a double digit too. Oh my God.
Who owns that bad boy? Frank. Okay. I'm so surprised at how many people I don't know in the game
that have these gigantic things.
Yeah. Like, who the heck are all these people? they kind of keep it quiet, I guess. Okay. Because I'm all the time trying to I'll find a Gen Zero that's a perfect match. And I'm like, who is what? Rock was saying, who is Gaga?
Yeah.
Or Lady Gaga or something. Okay. Anyways, wow. Interesting stuff. Okay. So, I'm running out of gas. So I need a break.
I mean, you've only been streaming for like 72 hours straight.
I was on with Rock for quite a while, and then I went with Rock, and now we came to this. Okay, just Gaga is Rock saying he's still in there, baby. I love it. So I think we need to do another video about Fight Club, and I think that'll give me a second wind. What do you think? Before Boxside Chats goes live, right?
Actually, I'm gonna have to take off to go grab something to eat.
I know, because I'm wiped too.
I don't mind coming on some other time though. This is a ton of fun, and I love doing these lives.
I know, baby. I know it. I want to help you become a builder program with your spreadsheet. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't where I got a ton of plans for it too.
Yeah, I think the spreadsheet is so dope. Man.
Yeah, this is only the first rendition.
Yeah, I know.
And every time we get a little bit of alpha out, it'll be updated. And then once we get all the alpha out and we're into beta, I'm going to be starting some tier lists, some combo buildings, and some recommendations.
Yeah. All of it. So I'm so glad. Crypto Baby H. Yeah, this is what you want for beginners in the game, to start just understanding the concepts. And you got to read, and I still don't fully. You got to read through these definitions, and then he's got remarks.
I try to break it down, translate as best I can from a mechanical engineer's terminology into what we mere mortals can understand.
Yes. Right. So then you start understanding conceptually, and then once you play the game, it'll start clicking more.
100%. It's going to take everybody probably a couple days to a week or so once PvP actually starts coming out to get the hang of it. And once you do, everyone's going to be a fiend.
I think so, right? Oh, I'm so freaking bullish on this game. Again, where does my brain go? Stamina pots, potions, stamina pots, strategies.
The race to 100 is going to be super competitive.
And we haven't even started talking about crafting and weapons and this and that and all that.
That's the next part I'm going to be getting on too. I might end up creating a second speculation sheet just based off of crafting.
Oh my gosh. My brain is about to explode. I always think, okay, what is then the effect going to be on this ecosystem? And it's to the moon.
Yeah.
To the moon. And yes, we will need profession 20. We'll need profession 10 level quests. And then we're going to need profession 20 level quests just to be able to get the items, to get all this stuff, which is so bullish for heroes and pets. And then at the end of the day, it's all bullish for Crystal and Jade. And then ultimately Crystal for Jewel to get the power ups, and for the jeweler. Breathe.
But yeah, Grady, I don't mind coming back on. Lock down a time where you're free. Hit me up. Let me know what's going on. I'd love to learn how to play some DFK Flight Club.
I love you guys. Dude, so Fight Club next. I'll message you maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday.
You're about to go to bed for 2 days straight.
I've got a lot lined up. So I'm getting on with Eric, I think, tomorrow because, you know, when I was live with Rock, he's like, hey, I can go live at 5. Okay. Hey, Grady, we bought a hero from the tavern today to pair up with some. Oh, yeah. And I need to send it. I need to send you this wizard Crystalvale 38787. Okay, I'll do that right now. So Wowee and Crypto Grady out.
Have a good one, everybody.
So bullish.